bothering us this morning. So, I'll just pause for a moment. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to reset the screen for myself. Okay, so we're just going to start with the usual warm-up and then move on to the meditation section. Warm-up is normally 15 minutes long, so if you don't want to do the warm-up part, you can just fast forward 15 minutes and you'll find the beginning of the meditation session. Standing with your feet at shoulder width apart. So that's a good wide stance. When the arms hang down by your side, if you look down the outside of the arm, you should be able to see the outside of your foot. So that gives us a nice, wide, generous platform. The knees are always just slightly unlocked, which sinks the tailbone down. But when we sink down, we ensure that we keep our body as straight as possible, not leaning forwards, not leaning backwards, just straight down into the tailbone with the arms hanging down by the sides. Okay, so from our basic standing posture here, we'd start to turn from deep inside the waist. So deep inside the belly is a lower energy field, and we're just going to gently turn it to one side, see how our back feels, gently turn it to the other side, see how the back feels. Just bit by bit, you can start to slowly open this exercise up. Allow the hands just to gently tap onto the body. As we turn from side to side, we try and turn the waist from side to side. So you can imagine that your belly button is moving all the way to one hip, all the way to the other hip, to try and get a real turn in the spine. It is possible to do this exercise without actually turning your body at all and just moving your shoulders, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for this deep, deep turn in the very core of the body, keeping the shoulders relaxed and then the hands gently tap onto the sides. So we're just going to find ourselves in a kind of relaxed state today, do a bit of La Chi healing. The idea behind La Chi, Dr. Pang's tool, is his theory called Hunyuan theory, which basically is a Qi description of how the entire universe works. No small thing. And essentially, the idea behind it is that if everything is made of Qi, why not change your Qi reality? So it's basically, my teacher Lou likes to say, you know, change your Qi, change your life, or change your mind, change your life. And that's exactly it. What we're thinking about here is doing exactly that. We're thinking of unblocking the flows of Qi in our body. But what pins those flows of Qi in place? That tends to be our subconscious. And just by the sheer nature of subconscious, it is below your consciousness, so it's quite difficult to get at. How do we find out what's triggering our subconsciousness? Okay, so the best sort of example of how to figure out what triggers the subconscious process is something like somebody gives you a compliment and then you feel yourself blush, and your cheeks turn red. There's a perfect example of a outside force kicking off a trigger inside you, and then the trigger forces the liver to push blood up into the cheeks. And what is the process of that? Well, somebody has obviously been nice to you, said, "Oh, you're looking beautiful today," and you found it either flattering that they've said that to you, or there's also the possibility that you're not happily able to accept a compliment. And both of those emotions create the same sort of effect. So it can be either pleasurable because someone said something really nice to you and your cheeks flush, or it can be embarrassing and somebody said something really nice to you and you find it hard to accept that you can actually be beautiful. And either of those will create a chemical cascade in your body. So the electro kind of magnetic thought processes fire in your brain. When they fire, they trigger the chemical messengers, which are called hormones, and the hormones move around the body at high speed or the chemical changes go in high speed through your body, through the kind of electromagnetic pulse of your body. And then eventually that creates chemical change in your body, and then the organs respond and the blood cells respond and so forth. So we can see a cause and effect here, a direct pathway. And so the direct story behind it is perhaps, let's say, the negative side of it. Oh, I'm not beautiful. Nobody's ever told me I'm beautiful. How could I ever be beautiful? And all of those negative thoughts that we've had stored in our brain create this chemical reaction within us. So that's a perfect example of how we can look at a pattern that sits inside. Okay, then the next question is, well, why do I respond that way when somebody's nice to me? Okay, so then we have to start doing a little bit of contemplation. We have to think to ourselves, what is the story behind that chemical reaction? Why did that occur? Who is probably a good question. Who is the most likely culprit for this? And then we find our way back to someone, let's take as an example, a mother who is jealous of her beautiful daughter, let's say. She never ever kindly speaks about her daughter's beauty, and rather says to her daughter, oh no, you're not ugly, men will never like you, men will never fancy you. And then as the years have gone by, somewhere deep inside you've held that story, and every time someone's nice to you, you have the same reaction. So I admit, obviously, my analogy is a very sort of simple, bold analogy, but that's it. We're just kind of like, going for the absolute basics. What to do about that? Well, any of you guys who ever released worked with me know that I love that tool, Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian forgiveness tool. And in that tool, you would think about your mother and you'd think about the unpleasant things she said to you. And then you say, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And it doesn't matter whether that person is alive or dead. You still go through this process, because whether the person is alive or dead, whether the person is living right beside you or living in Australia, the other side of the world, as it were. Maybe you might live in Australia, so that's perhaps not a good image, but living on the other side of the world to you, it doesn't really matter, because you cannot bring about change in anybody else's life. There's only one person's life who you can affect, and that is your own. And so you have to change your relationship to your past. You have to change your relationship to people living or dead, to schoolmasters who were cruel to you, to fathers who smacked you, to lovers who dumped you, whatever it might be. You can't change that. I mean, you can, find someone and go and shout at them. That's not really going to help anything at all. It's much better that you change your relationship. Okay, so let's change this exercise while we're at it. Let's slow down a little bit, and then let's expand a bit further. The main problem I face with Ho'oponopono when I tell people about it is they say, oh yes, but my mother was terrible. Why should I say sorry to her? Why should I ask her for forgiveness? Why should I say thank you? Why should I say I love you? And that's the hardest part of forgiveness, isn't it? It's actually forgiving people really, properly, truly at the heart of it, as opposed to just thinking, oh, well, I've forgiven them for that. We're terribly good at just bottling things away, boxing things up and never looking at them again. But when you're in a really, truly deep state, when you're really relaxed and settled, and you're from your heart saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. What you're really acknowledging is that even if that person is 99% culpable for the crisis that ensued, there's 1% of you that had a part of it as well. As they say, it takes two to tango. And so there we are. We're just saying, if you like, I'm sorry, and then in brackets, for my part that I played in this process, please forgive me, in brackets, for the things that I did that were part of this process. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for just allowing this process to flow. And I love you. And you just have to be unconditional about that. Just allow that to be the case. No matter, in brackets, no matter who you've been and no matter how bad you've been, I can still find love in my heart for you. And so we use those ideas. But what we're also going to do today is we're just going to use Dr. Pang's idea of La Chi to dissolve those problems. So we imagine the relationship between, our mother in this situation and the problem. And when we open our hands in the La Chi exercise, we're just going to let all of those problems dissolve as if they never existed, like using some AI photo editor to take a blemish away. We're just going to edit our memories. We're going to just gently dissolve those bad parts. And then when we bring our hands back together again, we can use the entire chi of the universe to fix those problems. And that's a mighty tool to use. So we draw the chi of the universe back into our lives to fill the hole of the thing that we dissolved. And so the net result is that you work away with that, dissolving that story where your mother used to tell you that you weren't beautiful enough. You dissolve and dissolve and dissolve. And then one day you think to yourself, oh, that problem doesn't affect me anymore. And then one day someone will say to you, wow, you're looking beautiful and radiant today. And you'll think, oh, yes, I am. And you won't blush, or you might blush just with pleasure. And then you realize that you've taken a trigger in your life and that you've dissolved it deeply. So we'll try to dissolve some triggers today. Let's let this exercise gently flow to a stop. Slowly, 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 and slowly. We can gather chi. So let's plant the hands in the earth and imagine lifting a beautiful ball of chi up into the air. And then we're going to let this beautiful ball of chi flow down through our bodies, through Bai Hui on top of the head, deep into the brain, moving the energy down to the center of the chest, allowing the chi to flow down to lower dantian where it sort of stores, and then let the hands relax and the chi flows on down into the earth. Let's just gather this circuit up, pour this beautiful circuit down through us, through the head, aiming everything into the belly. And then when we relax, the chi flows on down into the ground. Okay, let's gather again one more time. And let's pour again. So normally 3 times is enough just to make you feel stable and relaxed. But if you find you want to keep going with this exercise, doesn't matter what I'm doing, just do it, 10 times if you need, just to relax yourself, and then come back and join me. Renmai and Dumai. So Renmai is a channel that runs from the top of the head down the center line of the body between the legs, and Dumai is a channel that runs from the tailbone all the way up through the neck over the top of the head. And so there's this beautiful kind of circuit of energy that runs all the way around our body. And we can just do simple forward and back bends just to stimulate the flow of this really fundamental channel. So the understanding of Renmai and Dumai is that yin energy pours down the front of the body and yang energy surges up the back of the body, and that all of the internal organs that require fuel, filling, all of the chi that's required in the body can be moved by these primary, like the biggest sort of rivers in your country, as it were. And so we're just allowing it to flow by doing some simple forward and back bends. So we just start off, bring the hands in the prayer position in front of the heart. We can raise the hands up into the blue sky and then just open the hands out. So they're just kind of, above the shoulders, a bit wider than that, not pressed tightly against the ears. Okay, so we're going to do some back bends first. So just stretch up and take a gentle breath in. And then when you breathe out, just softly lean back. Breathe in, straighten up. When you breathe out, gently leaning back. Breathe in, straighten up. Breathe out, exhale back. Once more. and exhale back. Okay, we're going to do the forward bends now. Stretch up into the blue sky. So we just take over our arms and ears on their own. The body stays straight. We just tip over the neck, really. When the arms are parallel to the floor, just allow your upper back to bend. Just allow your middle back to bend. Just allow the lower back to bend. And we can just gently sink our way down and let the whole body relax here. So when we're in this lower posture, we're trying to take all the pressure off the back of our neck. Don't lift the neck up. Really allow it to hang down to the floor. For the first couple of times, we can keep our knees soft and relax down, just tucking the tummy in slightly. Okay, great. So let's extend softly towards our toes. So we just stretch down towards the toes and then release the bend. Just imagine a line that's been drawn between the roots of your toes. So gently stretch down towards that line and release. Imagine a line that's been drawn between your insteps. Gently stretch towards that line and release. Imagine a line that's drawn between your heels. Gently stretch towards that line and release. So you can see we gradually get deeper with each of those bends. To get ourselves standing upright, we just point the tailbone right up into the blue sky behind us. Then we push the tailbone toward the front of the body, and we slowly roll the spine up. Try and engage your arms and ears so they come up at the same rate. They don't press together, they just sort of come up together, up into a stretch, up into the blue sky. When you exhale next, gently lean back. Stretching up. So this stretch, when we go back, it goes from your breastbone up to your fingertips. So gently try and open from the breastbone to fingertips and then stretch up. 3, and then stretch up. And 4, and stretch up. So coordinating the arms and ears, tip over the head and arms. When the arms are parallel with the floor, tip into the upper back, into the middle back, into the lower back, and just let the body hang and relax. Soften down. Tummy tucks in. Okay, good. Let's extend softly down toward the toes and release in line with the roots of the toes. Release. Gently exhale towards your insteps. Gradually deeper each time and release, and then exhale towards your heel. Good. Body relaxes and hangs. Just let the tailbone gently lift up behind. Push the tailbone to the front of the body. Start to roll the spine up. Bring up the head and the arms and the ears at the same speed. Draw them up. Stretch up. Exhale. Gentle stretch from the breastbone to your fingertips. Stretch up. Exhale back. Up. Exhale back. Up. And exhale back. Good. Stretch hands up into the blue sky. So let's try and do these with straight legs now to give ourselves a little hamstring stretch. Arms and ears, the first thing to go over, just stretching the top of the neck. And then we move into the upper back, middle back, lower back. Legs stay straight, body hangs and relaxes. Back of the neck soft. So you'll just feel that little extra stretch on the back of your legs. Perhaps you can just try moving the weight even slightly forward into your toes and you'll get a slightly more of a stretch. Okay, let's just head down towards our toes. Softly exhale as you stretch down and release. Imagining that line between the roots of our toes, just gently stretching towards that and release. A line between our insteps, gently stretching towards that and release. And eventually back toward the heels. Relax and release, body hang. Okay, lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone to the front of the body, roll the spine up, try and coordinate the arms and ears to come up together. This gives an extra little dimension to the stretch as you come up. Very good. Exhale back, hands up in the air. Stretch up, and exhale back. Stretch up. And exhale back. Stretch up. And exhale back. Good. Hands up into the blue sky. One last time. So the legs are straight. The arms and ears go over on their own. Upper back, middle back, lower back, and relax down. Body hangs and relaxes. Back of the neck soft and relaxes. Tummy tucks in slightly. Legs are straight. Softly exhaling down toward the toes. Gently release. In line with the roots of our toes. And release. In line with our insteps. And release. In line with our heels. Deep, deep bend. Body relaxes and hangs. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone softly pushes to the front. Spine rolls up. Head, arms, and ears gently roll up. Stretch up into the blue sky. Release knees and hips softly forwards as you lean back. Stretching up and gently back. Up and back. Up and gently back. Bring the hands up into the blue sky. And we're just going to allow the hands to drift down the sides, relaxing down. As they relax down, the chi moves down in your body, back to lower dantian. Let's gather chi, lift chi up. Pour chi down through the body. Draw the chi deep into the body, deep into the core. Gathering and lifting. Gently pouring. Drawing deep inside. Gathering and lifting. Gently pouring. Drawing the chi deep inside. Down into the core. And then let the hands relax down. Chi flows down. Okay, so we have one more exercise to do, just simple side bends. Stretching the right hand up into the blue sky and just relax for a moment. So what we're going to do is take a breath in and stretch the right hand up. As we breathe out, we'll take the right hand over to the left-hand side, straight over the top of the head if possible. You can support yourself with your left hand if you wish. Breathe in. Gently stretch towards the left side. Breathe in. Might lift you up a little bit. And as you exhale, you stretch out. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in, lift your right hand up. As you breathe out, take the left hand up and the right hand down. Breathe in, lift the left hand into the air. As we breathe out, right hand goes over. Sorry, left hand goes over to the right. Support yourself with the right hand if you wish. Exhale, stretch right. Breathe in. Exhale, stretch right. Breathing in. Exhale, right. Breathe in. Exhale, right. Breathe in. Lift the hand up as you breathe in. Swap the hands over. Breathe in, stretch up. Right hand over. Breathe in. And stretch. Breathe in. And stretch. Breathe in. And stretch. Breathe in, take the right hand up. Left hand goes up, right hand goes down. Breathe in, stretch up. And out. Breathe in. and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. When you breathe in, lift your hands up into the air, both of them up. When you breathe out, take the hands down slow. Relax the hands down. Gather chi one more time. Pour chi down. Gather chi. Pour chi down. One more time. Gathering, pouring, settling, calming, relaxing. Everything goes into the very core. And then we just let the hands relax down. So one more time, just this time we're going to gather all the chi to our bellies. Gather the chi and let it pour down through your body. Slowly bringing the chi to the very center of you. So we gather this chi into lower dantian, and then we just let our hands settle on the belly. Just hold the chi here for a moment. So the knees are gently softened. The tailbone is gently moving towards the front of the body, very gently moving towards the front of the body. The chin is gently moving towards the back of the body. Tailbone just sits down a tiny bit. Top of the head just pushes up a tiny bit, so we feel this lovely sort of lengthening of our spine. With the tailbone softly tipped forward and the chin gently drawn backward, that's about as straight as your spine will ever be, and the chi really flows well in this posture. When the knees are a little bit bent, the weight goes softly forward onto the toes, and that's the best gathering chi posture for your legs as well. So of course now you're supporting yourself on your muscles as opposed to supporting yourself on locked knees, on the sort of locked bones, as it were. So as soon as you release your knees, they start to activate the whole of the thighs, the whole of the calves. So it really exercises the legs in a very sort of soft and subtle way, but also it gathers chi in a really powerful way. With the hands on the belly, you've got all your focus coming down into the belly as well. The mind relaxing down into lower dantian. So as we stand here, we use the ideas from Dr. Pang's 8 phrases. Dr. Pang created this poem that tells you almost everything you need to know about Cheneng Qigong. So the first thing it says is imagine your feet connected down into the earth. Imagine earth chi flowing to your body. Imagine your head up in the heavens, heaven chi pouring down into your body. And here's man in the center, perfect, gathering chi from these wonderful chi fields, as it were. And this chi is gathering deep in the belly. So by bringing our hands to the belly, we're asked to do what teachers often call draw mind back. Our mind tends to be off roving around the world, wondering what it needs to do next, what's on the shopping list, what's going to happen. But what we need to do is to draw our mind back deep inside us. Draw it deep into the center of your head, for starters, where you'd kind of expect to find your mind, and then allow your mind to work its way down behind your hands. Mind is deep in lower dantian. And now we have this idea of energy surging up to lower dantian, energy pouring down to lower dantian. Deep in the core of lower dantian, your mind is focused, and all of this energy is gathering and holding in the core of your body. And this is how the healing starts, by keeping your mind in the center, by drawing the energy in. And the idea is that your body will fill with all this amazing chi. And when the body is full of chi that is useful and positive for you, then there's no space for any, let's say, negative chi that's not required in your life. So this is the first principle of healing. Feel yourself deeply connected to the chi field around you. Keep your mind inside your body and take up a posture that's going to allow the chi to flow really well. So sometimes our shoulders are very stiff, but we can just sort of lift the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back, soften the shoulders down, just to make sure that they're soft too. So now we have soft knees and soft shoulders, a straight spine, energy pouring into the body. So there's a line from Dr. Pang's poem that says, take up a humble stance. And this is exactly the humble stance we're talking about. Soft knees, relaxed shoulders, soft chest. But the idea behind that is also that we're just becoming more quiet. We're becoming more centered. We're becoming more settled. We just allow our mind to gently expand. We just allow our body to soften and relax. So we're not standing like a soldier to attention. We've just become these soft, relaxed beings. Quiet, deep inside the body. Humble, calm, and relaxed outside. They say respectful outside. So we have this kind of respectful attitude to the world around us, this quietness deep inside our bodies. We try and bring our minds to a still place. So that can be tricky. What we try to do is we gently try to brush aside ideas as they pop up. When an alarm goes off in your head and you think to yourself, oh, should I not be doing something else? We just gently try to brush that idea to one side, just thinking, okay, I can deal with you later. Right at the moment, I'm just doing my Qigong. So just let that idea push away. And it's natural for things to pop up in our minds. When we first start doing it, our minds are constantly bobbing all over the place. But gently we draw the mind back. So when you find that you've suddenly lost your concentration and you're thinking about something else, you just draw your mind back like a little toddler who's run away, little baby who's gone running off to the other side of the playground. You just gently call it back over to yourself and draw the mind back inside. Settle the mind back down into your belly. Bring all the focus to the center of your body. Body relaxes. Mind can gently expand through your body. So no longer just in the head, trapped in one little part of your brain. Now we can feel the whole of the body. So what does it feel like to expand through the body? Are there any things in your body that don't feel right today? Anything that feels sore? That would be an obvious point. A painful point in the body is a blockage in the flow of chi. So we can just imagine pushing chi through. We can imagine sending healing into the place that's sore, aching, bones, whatever it might be. We send our chi there. But it might be, as I've said, patterns, stories, things, aspects of you that you don't really feel happy about. Imagine sending chi to that part of your makeup, that part of your personality, just allowing the stories you tell yourself to gently dissolve. So we feel into our body, and then we can feel the chi field around our body. What does that feel like? Can you feel your Wei Chi layer around your skin? It's kind of a 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter layer around the skin that envelops your body like a wonderful force field of energy. Imagine your Wei Chi layer, strong, protective, powerful. Can you feel into your Chi body? Meter in front of you, meter behind you, meter above, below, left, right. There's got a beautiful bubble that you create around you. A protective Chi field as well, but also connecting you to the outside world. Feel into the space you're working in. Perhaps you're outdoors. Feel into the area you're working with. What about the town or city or countryside around you? Gently feel your way into that. What about your country? Send your chi through your country. Feel your way to the towns and cities. Feel your way into the continent you're working on. Eventually, we can allow this idea to zoom us out even further. Perhaps we can pause for a moment and just take stock of our beautiful blue planet, as if we were some fabulous satellite hovering over the world. I guess we can all think of places where there are huge problems going on at the moment. From your unique satellite viewpoint, you can send healing into those regions of the world. Send a wave of love and light to heal problems and conflict. Perhaps the whole world. We all seem to be desperately worried about global warming. Perhaps you could just send healing to the whole of our planet, or very specifically an area, or very specifically even a person. To do a moment of kind of planetary healing. Then imagine around you. Think about the planets, this extraordinary universe that we live in. So we think about our planets, we think about our Milky Way, we think about our solar system, we think about the vastness of the universe. You, just a speck in time and space. The vastness of our universe, filled with Hunyuan Qi, this amazing healing energy. More than you'll ever need. Bring some back for your life. We bring ourselves back to our solar system and the Milky Way. We find our planets. We find the Earth. We eventually start to work our way back to the Earth, back to our continent, our country, city or town or area, and then back into our practice area, back into our bodies, and just bring back this healing Qi into your body. Feel this healing Qi flow through your body. In a moment, you can expand your mind deep out into the vast corners of the universe. And in a moment, you can draw back huge healing deep inside your body, bringing back every resource your body needs. So we draw ourselves back inside. Feel the whole body filled with Qi. Know that you can connect with me. I can connect with you. We can connect as a class. We can connect our class into the wider Zheneng family. Millions upon millions of people all over the globe who are doing exactly the same thing as you right now. Feel the connection to all these incredible people. Know that they've got great healing information that's relevant to you, but know that you've got great healing information that's relevant to them. So allow yourself to be in this beautiful Qi field. Allow the Qi to be shared, the information to be shared with all of our Zheneng Qigong family. So in this incredible healing way, you can just start to visualize, to relax. So as you stand here, we're thinking about patterns now. Okay, sorry, just a technical bit. Where do you want to put your hands? They can stay on your tummy. You can hold a little ball of Qi in front of your belly. Do whatever suits you. If you find that your knees or our back are uncomfortable or feet, you can always give them a little move. That's not a problem. So we find a sustainable standing posture. If you have to sit, why not? If you have to lie down, sure, go ahead. Find a comfortable, sustainable posture as we work through our visualization. So as you stand here, we're going to think about the stories that make who you are. So Dr. Pang says there's a moment when we arrive at this life, your true self, the perfect version of you. But unfortunately, of course, things get piled on top of us. So how would it be, just for a moment, if you were to release the stories that were given to you by your grandparents, by your parents? What would it be like if you just let go of all of those stories, just released the information that your parents and grandparents had given you? How would it be if you were to be able to release the stories you'd learned from school? How would it be if you could release the stories you'd learned from religion? Letting go of all of that information? How would it be if you were able to get rid of all the stories given to you by family, given to you by friends, given to you by lovers, given to you by your children? Imagine what happens when you let go of all of those parts of you. How would it be if you got rid of all of the stories about work that you've built up? All of the stories about relationship that you've built up? All of the stories that you tell yourself? Let go. When we start to dissolve all of these things, what's actually left of you? You see that each of these little stories has built up a part of who you are, or who you think you are. It's like sticking post-it notes on all over your body. A post-it note that says, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a lover, I'm a teacher, I'm a woodworker, I'm a ball player, and we stick on these millions and millions of notes saying, I am this. But the reality is, you are really none of those things. These are little stories we've added to our true self. So when we start to peel away all of these post-it notes, eventually there's going to be nothing left. Just your beautiful, true, conscious self. Sometimes we have stories that have been passed down our family for generations. We can let those go. Sometimes those arrive at our selves, in inverted commas, as DNA problems. Yeah, we've always had this problem in our family. Let that go. The fascinating thing about DNA and genes is that you can change every single switch in your body to stop something happening or to start something happening. But you are the person in control of that process. So Dr. Pang tells us this story about the medicine factory. He says there is no better medicine factory in the whole of the universe other than your body. No pharmaceutical company can create the amount of chemicals that you can make, especially in the time that you do it. In a split second, 100 different chemicals have gone through your body. In a split second, somebody makes that comment to you about beautiful, you blush. That's taken thousands of chemicals all over your body to react. It's incredibly powerful. But he says, this chemical factory, are you in control of it or not? Because if you're not in control of it, it's going to be leaching negative chemicals out into your kidneys, fear chemicals. It's going to be leaching anger chemicals into your liver. It's going to be sending chemicals into your stomach and your spleen, all of which you don't know about, you didn't make, you don't want, so you did make, you didn't want to make, and you didn't want to have flowing in your body. If somebody says, do you want to flood your kidneys with cortisol? The answer would be no, because that makes you feel stressed. But you don't know how to avoid it because the patterns inside you do that for you. Sometimes you can brush your teeth without even remembering you've done it. You don't know how you did it because it's an automatic process in your body. And all of these automatic processes can be good shortcuts to have, but they can be very negative shortcuts to have too. And so we think about all of these underlying processes that create chemicals in the body. This is what we're slowly dissolving. So this is why we just let ourselves go. We let the stories go for a minute. We let the family go. We let the friends go. We let the relations go. We let school and religion go. We let work go. We let everything dissolve. And we just come back to being our beautiful, pure, true self. This lovely slice of consciousness working in this wonderful game we play. Take all the baggage and drop it off. That says just pure you. So now we're in this really relaxed and open state. This is where the healing can really begin, because we're now letting go at the deepest level to the things that are not needed. So just gently listen inside your head. Feel your head nice and quiet. Feel your head relaxed. And then move your attention to your heart. Relax your heart and open your heart. Goodness, the poor heart, it takes such a beating, doesn't it, over the years. But now we're just softening and relaxing. We're letting the heart open because this is a safe place to open your heart. We're connecting our hearts together. Feel your heart. Feel the joy. Feel the physicality of your heart. Perhaps you can gently feel it beating in the center of your chest. Feel the motions of your heart. Allow love to swell deep in your heart. Love for yourself. Allow the love for yourself to fill your whole heart, and then fill your whole chest, and then fill your whole body. Feel the bliss of absolute love. Pour this love through your whole body. Love all the knobbly bits on your body. Love all the bumps and scars on your body. Love all the bits that, in inverted commas, don't work properly from your perspective. Just love them. Just allow them to be. Send this healing love from your heart through your body. Pour this healing love into every aspect of you. Just allow all the other organs to softly relax along with your heart. Your heart is opened and relaxed and softened, and now all the other organs gently follow. Allow them to gently open. With this gentle opening of the organs, all of the tension starts to disappear. All of those emotions start to disappear. We soften and relax and open ourselves and let go of the patterns we created. Let go of the statement, I am. Just be. In this moment, just truly be your true self. No need for stories, no need for artifice, no need for creations that you have made. Just in this moment, there is only your pure, true self. Just feel your breath gently moving in your chest. When you breathe, you allow the chi to flow through your whole body. A gentle in-breath brings wonderful healing chi into your body. A gentle out-breath can imagine this chi flowing through every aspect of your body. Softly breathing in fills the whole body with chi. Softly breathing out can release anything you no longer need. Patterns, illnesses, bad relationships, toxicity in your body. Let's just try that a few times. Gently breathing deep chi in through the nose, but it fills the whole of your body. Breathing out and allowing everything to release. Everything that's no longer needed goes. Soft breath in, gently inflating Ming Men at the back of your lower back. As you breathe out, let the whole body soften and relax back into the core. So we're doing a kind of version of belly breathing. When you breathe in, you gently push the small of the back backwards. When you breathe out, the whole body softens and relaxes back into the core of you. Breathing in draws healing chi into your body. As you breathe out, soften your body into a relaxed, natural state. Gently breathing in. As you breathe out, your body finally dissolves into chi. Perhaps it might take a few more breaths. Just let everything in your body just dissolve into the chi field around you. Just take 2 or 3 more breaths to make yourself dissolve back into the chi field. As we dissolve the body, we dissolve our stories, we dissolve our patterns. We let go of all of the I am statements. I am this, I am that, I am unwell. We let that go. It's all gone. Healing breath pours into the body. And then we release out all the unnecessary stories. Release, relax, open. Your body is very empty. Feel your connection with nature. Feel the support from the trees and the rocks and the plants and the animals, the earth, the air around you, the water, metal, fire, wood, the elements of the earth. Support your body. Feel your deep connection back into nature. So one of our gravest problems can be that we lose our connection to all there is. We forget that we are part of nature. Take time today just to sit and be in nature. Soften back to the beautiful land from which you came. Allow your body to relax. Just be a very natural person. When we switch off all the stories, when we move ourselves from these inconvenient truths that we've invented for ourselves, we can then just be a very natural being. Very soft and open, very easy and relaxed. No longer do these stories operate on our lives. We've pushed them gently away. We've softened ourselves into chi. We've allowed the information that's good to pour into our lives, the bad information to disappear. When you expand out into the universe, you can literally take all of your problems, your tiny, tiny problems. Of course, they seem huge in your life, but when we expand our mind out into the universe, those problems suddenly seem very, very tiny. And they can just be let go of. The whole of the universe can just take on anything you don't need anymore and just allow it to dissolve back into the universe. Smile, wish it well, let it drift back out into the universe. Wave it goodbye, let those problems go, gone, gone, dissolved into the universe. As if it were a sugar lump being dropped into a hot tea, just gently dissolves, gone. So here out in the universe, it's not your imagination. This is really who you are. You can feel the universe, Feel your family. Feel all the other Qigong practitioners with us. All of us connected at the deepest of levels. Just allow these ideas to become your healing ideas. Absorb the story into your body, this new Hunyuan theory into your body. The more you bring yourself to this place of dissolving all the problems and just allowing yourself to be a complete Qi being, the more your body responds to it, the more your body will heal. Allow your body to heal. The stories, move them aside. Because when we push away these stories and make space, then the healing pours into our lives at every level. This vast healing goes through every cell, through every bone, through every muscle and tendon and fiber, deep into your body. But more than that, it goes through every story. It goes through every aspect of you. It goes through you physically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually. Your body can open, 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 and dissolve. Now draw back healing Qi deep inside your body to take the place of everything that's no longer needed. Let the hands gently open and imagine yourself able to totally dissolve into the Qi field, into nothingness. From the Qi field, let's draw back a healed version of you, everything in perfect working order. Let go, and open and expand. Bring back this perfect version of you, everything you, good information pouring into your life. Open and dissolve the illusions that we have created. And then when we draw back, we make a new reality. Edited the past, dissolved the problems, bring back perfect working you. Open and dissolve one more time, out into the blue sky. Everything is gone. This beautiful empty mind. We're going to keep this lovely empty mind as often as we can today. And then draw back this fantastic healing energy deep inside your body to heal and to relax your whole body. As we work with this, we start to realize that all of our problems were never really true. They were just these crazy illusions that we've built. They make this life more dramatic, more exciting, more interesting. But hey, some of them we don't need anymore. So we dissolve them and let them go. We take them away and scatter them across the universe. And then we draw back beautiful new life, new healing information deep inside. This is real change at a deep subconscious level. This is real deep healing. This is how you change everything about your life. Change your mind. Change your life. Dissolve all of the old problems out into the universe. Bring back perfect healing to every aspect of your life and body. Change your mind. Change your life. Let everything dissolve out into the universe. Bring back vast healing for your body, for your life. Once more, dissolve everything to the universe. Let the whole of you go. Allow your consciousness to fill the entire universe. And then gently draw back huge healing into your life. Bring back a perfect healing for you. Everything that's required deep inside. So perhaps we could just gently draw our hands back onto our bellies. And as we stand here in this beautiful dissolved state, we can imagine the chi gathering deep in the belly, this healing energy. So we have to draw ourselves back from the vastness of the universe and bring ourselves back into this lovely body of ours, into this healing, super healed body of ours. We have to draw ourselves back into this wonderful game of life that we play every day. And so slowly but surely, with our hands on our belly, we can start to kind of reconstitute this perfect new body, everything working well. We can just feel into this new body. Everything working well, all functions of the body returning to perfect working order. All of the old stories, their power is gone, healing at a deep subconscious level. All of the functions of our body returning to perfect working order. Now, sometimes the physicality takes a little bit longer to catch up with the story, but change the story, change your life. Just know that every minute you spend doing this, your body is moving forwards, step by step, making healing changes. So bring yourself back to this quiet space as often as you can. Bring yourself back to this healing space as often as you can during your day. Perhaps it just takes one breath to draw yourself back inside and bring yourself back into your healed body. Just remind yourself. Sometimes it's nice to have one of those watches that has a little ping on it, that pings the hour. Once every hour, when you feel your watch ping or vibrate, you think to yourself, there's a good cue just for me to draw myself back into this healing state. Or find some other trigger. Every time you open the fridge door, every time you walk into your living room, whatever it might be, think about a trigger that's going to bring you back into this healing state for a moment. Write yourself a note on a mirror. Go back to my healing place. Make it big. And just remember, every time you see it, every time you open your phone, perhaps you can have a screenshot of a note that says, remember to bring yourself back into this healing state. So we bring ourselves back into our physical body, knowing that change has come about already, knowing that we've already shifted things in our body, knowing that the body is starting its healing process and it'll gently move through it. Trusting Dr. Pang's Hunyuan entirety theory, trusting this meditation to be right for you, trusting that you can go beyond the old stories, trusting that you can heal yourself, trusting that your chi can change your life, trusting that you can change your mind and change your life. Trusting all of these things to be true. Why not? Why not let them? What can you lose? So in this lovely, relaxed and open state, we have to kind of bring ourselves back into our bodies and finish our exercises. So let's just draw some little circles round lower dantian. So we put the hands on the belly, drop the hands down a bit, draw 3 circles anti-clockwise. Doesn't matter if you're going the other way, doesn't really matter, but I always start anti-clockwise. 3 circles, just to bring yourself back into the center of the body, to bring the healing chi back into the core of you, to really center you. And then we take 3 circles in the opposite direction, and that's just acknowledging that we're sort of coming back into the body, coming back into our daily life, kind of resettling ourselves for what we have to face with our day. And then just bring the hands to a stop on the belly and just stand for a moment. As you stand here, you can imagine your Wei Qi layer. So this is the layer of Qi around your skin that protects you. Imagine it strong, imagine it powerful, this fantastic protective layer. It's going to protect you against things like, bacteria and viruses that are around. It's going to burn them up before they get to you. It's going to protect you energetically from emotions that you're not ready for, perhaps, things that you don't want to gather into your life. We can just imagine this beautiful shield of energy. And now imagine your chi body 1 meter above and below, left, right, back and front. A beautiful bubble of chi that protects you too, keeps you in this wonderful chi space. But it also protects you out into life as well. connects you out into life as well. So we feel ourselves inside these wonderful chi fields, every cell in the body working well, a being of light. Every cell is chi, all of it working well. Deep in your body, lower dantian, energy deep inside your core. Imagine you can spread it through your body. Fill your spine and your head with chi. Fill your neck and your shoulders and your arms with chi. Fill the whole of your chest, your middle, your lower torso. Fill your hips, hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet. Fill them all with chi. Feel your whole body filled with chi. From the tips of your fingers to the tip of your nose, to the tips of your toes, top of your head, small of your back. Every part of your body is chi, filled with chi, working well, healing well. All functions of your body returning to perfect working order. Just like that, in one moment, you're able to change anything in your life. Anything can change. Let that occur. Let that be the case. To see yourself as this wonderful being of light in your wonderful shield of energy. Happy, healthy. Put a big smile on your face. Slowly open your eyes. Perhaps you want to wiggle your toes, move your fingers. Perhaps you need to bend a little bit. If you're bending, just take it nice and slow when you come up. Don't want to be too dizzy. You can just relax your back and stretch out. Do whatever you wish to just let the body come back into a bit of movement, just to feel the physicality of your body again. And then we have to say hao le. So hao le is Chinese for good already. So, and what we're going to do is count to three, or count to two, 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. Put the hands up in the air and we'll say hao le together. Okay, so hands up. 1, 2. Hao le. 1, 2. Hao le. Last time. 1, 2. Hao le.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much for being here today. And of course, as I always ask, please, when I share it on YouTube, spread it around, give it to your friends, let everybody use it. And then we can make a little salute for each other. So we take our right hand and bring it up. And then we take the left hand and put it down on top. We pull our fingertips together and push the thumbs on the end. This is called entirety hands, Dr. Pang's kind of salute. So thank you very much for being here today. It'd be lovely to see you and have a lovely day. And there's even a little bit of sunshine arrived for me. Good to see you. Bye.